Now, a father and son have been arrested in connection with a deadly shooting at an Arlington shopping center. 21-year-old Hakeem Robinson and his father, 49-year-old Abdul Robinson.
Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so this KSOO 23, this ATK situation, man, is looking real ugly. Now, I did a whole video, and it was like documentary style, talking about what's going down in Jacksonville. If you haven't seen that, that'll get you caught up to this whole KSOO 23 situation and what went down. Now, for those of you who don't know, he is the rapper that everybody was saying was allegedly accused of shooting another rapper because of a diss song. Yeah, he's that guy coming out of Jacksonville. If you check that Jacksonville video, it tells you all the specifics in that case because it is a tangled web of retaliation shootings and killings that are, man, pretty eye-opening and pretty crazy when you put it all together. Now, to be honest, man, KSOO 23, he was in a position where his co-D is his father, and everybody thought, well, your dad's your co-D, you guys stick together, you be home, hopefully you didn't do it, and that way, you get back on the streets. No problem, right? Back to rapping. But, man, there's been some changes in this case that got another rapper by the name of Julio Foolio, and I've talked about Julio Foolio a lot in the past, just basically saying, I told you so, because it looks like, man, they doing some telling on each other. Family, I'm telling you the truth, man. So, okay, before we get into the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, grab your popcorn because this is an interesting story. All right, so back in September of 2020, there was a story released talking about a rapper KSOO, and basically, man, he was being accused of shooting another rapper because of a diss song. Now, this was all based on a tangled web of murder and get back shootings. There were innocent people who were shot in the crossfire. It was just so much going on. It was crazy, right? I mean, even the news there locally were just so tired of reporting about the repeated shootings and retaliations. But they put together a good list of how things went, as far as like a timeline. Now, a new development just broke out, man. And it's talking about the father that was accused with the rapper KSOO. Now, KSOO's real name is Hakeem Robinson, right? His father is Abdul Robinson. Now, allegedly, Abdul Robinson helped him in trying to get away, with the murder attempt, with the murder of Charles McCormick. Now, this is all alleged or whatnot, but this is what the news story says specifically. It says the father of Jacksonville man who is accused of murder has pled guilty to helping his son evade authorities following the deadly shooting. Abdul Robinson pleaded guilty last month to being an accessory after the fact in connection with the daylight ambush murder of rapper Charles McCormick. Now, rapper Charles McCormick, he was actually ambushed, man, at like a shopping center in broad daylight. So there were cameras everywhere, and there was a lot of footage of the situation. They even had footage of Hakeem Robinson and Abdul Robinson allegedly trying to get away, right? Now, Robinson is the father of Hakeem Robinson, obviously. And he's also one of the three men that are charged in the murder of McCormick. Now, the other cats who are also charged are a guy by the name of Dominique Barner and somebody else by the name of Leroy Whitaker. But with this new development, man, a lot of people are saying that Abdul Robinson is allegedly telling, man. So he's telling on everybody, even including his son in his plea agreement. So everybody in Jacksonville is wilding out about this. They're like, what? Are you serious? And one person who really called this early when it first hit off was Julio Foolio. He's been posting for months, and I've been seeing him posting for months that, hey, man, cats are out here telling, man. People are telling. Everybody in that camp is telling on each other. He recently went on social media and talked about the fact that ATK was pretty much a fractured unit or a fractured organization as far as rap goes. And he's been talking about this for a while. It's just kind of like nobody was listening, man. But, man, I'll play this clip from Julio Foolio on social media, and he'll tell you from his own words.
Stop saying I'm a genie, I'm a wizard, I predict. No. I been said this gonna happen months ago. Not everybody writing me, bro. You was right about them niggas, bro. You was right, bro. I should've. Nah, bro. I ain't know what. I just know what the going on in the streets, and I know what the going on with that nigga, man. Y'all gotta watch these niggas, man. These niggas say they gangster. These be the same niggas that be calling my phone on that telling me to pull up. Now look how this playing out. Them niggas telling on each other, man. Them niggas getting each other life sentences. Them niggas facing the death penalty, all type, man. These niggas sick, man.
Now, a lot of the online news sources that cover Jacksonville hip hop specifically had to give Julio Foolio his props, man. They were all giving him his props. They were tagging him in the post. He reposted it, and he had been saying this for months. I've actually seen the post myself, like of him going out and saying, hey, man, these cats is out here telling, man. They really, really are telling on each other or making up lies or whatever on each other, man. Y'all need to watch yourself. I've actually personally seen those posts circulating on fan pages, and everybody brushed it off. And dude was actually right. And now he's got his I told you so moment for real. And, you know, that just goes to show that sometimes, man, the right information can come from the most interesting places. I mean, sometimes Julio Foolio does seem like he was, you know, clout chasing a little bit. Now, I'm not going to say he was a clout chaser because he's a legit rapper. He's got a legit career, and he does his thing, man. He's got a lot of fans. People really enjoy his music. But a lot of the posts, it seemed like, you know, in the past when he was saying that, people didn't take it serious because they thought he was just, you know, mad at the ops or whatnot. But he was 100% on target now. All right, so let's look at the specifics of the case in the court filings that were dropped yesterday. Now, it's alleged that KSOO was one of the 3 members who are being charged in the retaliation murder of McCormick. Now, McCormick allegedly had said something disparaging about another rapper by the name of Willie Addison. Now, KSOO and Willie Addison are brothers because they share the same father, who is Abdul Robinson. Now, Abdul Robinson also, you know, told this information to the news there in Jacksonville. So I guess, man, a lot of this information is coming out from him and from the court filings. Now, Willie Addison was murdered in 2019, and allegedly McCormick's murder was just in retaliation and because of him dissing the fact that Willie Addison was killed. Now, according to an investigation with Jacksonville Sheriff's Office, after McCormick was killed, Hakeem Robinson and some other associates, now Hakeem Robinson is KSOO, him and some other associates dumped their car, took a woman captive in her home, and held her at gunpoint until Abdul Robinson, the father, picked him up. So this is a crazy story. So allegedly, after they shot McCormick in broad daylight, they went to someone's house and dumped the car. Then they took the person captive in their own home, and then Abdul Robinson came and picked them up. Yeah, this is some movie stuff for real. Now, Abdul Robinson, he's waiting to be sentenced. His sentencing is actually in a couple of days or a couple of weeks, excuse me. It's going to be on the 28th of January. And KSOO and his other co-defendants are awaiting trial, man. So this is a crazy situation where you have, you know, the father already dropped a plea agreement and he already laid out the case and his role in it. So basically, the case against KSOO is pretty easy now. I mean, you already have the information on what one of the main co-defendants is saying he already took place in. So you see where everybody is saying that he's telling. I mean, basically, he laid the case out for him, and it's not looking good for KSOO at all at this point. Now, on this channel, I always talk about slime culture and how it's coming through in hip hop, how people aren't afraid to backdoor each other, how, man, back in the day, if you backdoored somebody or you told on your homeboys or something like that, you would be a social pariah. But nowadays with slime culture, man, cats are normalizing the fact that they're snitching, cats are normalizing the fact that they are telling on each other, and cats are normalizing the fact that they're backdooring and just doing all out janky stuff to each other in the rap game. Now, this is a new development, and this case looks like it's pretty much sealed. But what do you guys think? Do you think that KSOO's father was in the right for doing what he did? Or is it a possibility that, man, he could have really stood tall and did something else to help out his son? But in all fairness, man, I'm not sure that the father even signed up for the streets. I don't know if Abdul Robinson thought that he had already helped his son enough and just knew that the deck was too stacked against him and he had to do what he had to do, or man, if it was just too much immense pressure being put on him in order to turn in everybody and, look out for himself at the end of the day. I'm just trying to be fair, and I know that's a stretch, but man, you got to look at both sides sometimes. Now with that, this been your boy Big Man. Please hit that like button. Please hit that subscribe button, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.